How you doing? Here we are in Medicine Hat, Alberta. And so we had kind of a fun day today, but most of, well, I don't want to say most of the fun was in the saddle, but a lot of the fun was in the saddle in the sense of we got up early. It was kind of nice staying in a motel. We might be becoming motel people, which is kind of weird.
Good morning from Swift Current and from Coast Hotels. We had a fantastic night's sleep. Each slept in our own queen-size bed. Since we had two, we thought, why not? Especially after last night. We also, $5 each, got a free breakfast. So that gave us some extra time. It's only 9:36. And we're not going very far, 220. Again, a real kind of odd reality out here is towns of any size are spread out. And so, we would shoot for about a 300K place, but there just ain't any place, 300 to 350. Our choice is to stop just around 200, 220 in Medicine Hat, Alberta, or to go 460 or 470 or 480 all the way to Drumheller.
And then we hopped on our bikes and we were right on the one. So, Sue was saying she would have preferred a gradual transition to the full speed highway instead, but for this one you didn't get gradual. You're like, off you go on the one, blasting away. So the one, I think, standout thing in the morning, because I remember us having breakfast and there was a TV on, and we already knew this, but they were talking about the weather and the wind.
When we get up in the morning, of course, we check the weather forecast to see how things are looking. But the way we've done that has changed kind of significantly, because, of course, the first thing we want to know is it raining? But now, here in the prairies, the second thing we want to know is how windy is it going to be? And in these weather apps, when they show you a little icon that shows you mostly sun or mostly cloud or a mix of sun and cloud. Well, this morning when we whipped open that weather app, it said, Swift Current, that's where we were. It said wind. It just showed a big wind icon. And in fact, it showed that the average winds were going to be in about the 35 kilometer an hour zone, which I now understand. I had no idea how to even think about wind forecast before, but I now understand that's quite high. Yesterday we were in the 20s, the low 20s, and so significant uppage of general wind, which we can feel. But the real kicker is when we were having breakfast this morning, it said they did a weather forecast and they said there'll be gusts of 50 to 60 kilometers an hour.
And so we were preparing. We're like, okay, we got to go and we're going to wrestle the beasts. And we did.
Huh?
I didn't feel like it was any
I
worse.
thought 2 days ago was worse.
Yeah. But certainly there was wind today, and that was a bit of a challenge. But that was probably the only challenge. Beautiful roads, beautiful weather. So we just rode for a while.
Just thought I'd show you something quick. So our GPS systems, they're really kind of cool in the sense that, obviously they help us get from point A to point B, sort of route planning, but also when we're on the fly, you can ask for various information about what's coming ahead. And I've got mine set over here, I hope you can see it, to tell me about the towns and stuff that are coming up. And usually there's a list of about 3 or 4, in order, telling you what towns you're about to hit. There's one. And it's Medicine Hat, where we're going. And it's 144 kilometers away. And so maybe other ones will pop up. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, look, there's some cattle, some livestock on the ridge over there. But I think that suggests to us there ain't nothing between here and Medicine Hat. So we just fueled up with knowing this.
coffee somewhere. And we found a place, but we weren't sure we found a place. We pulled up and it said restaurant closed, and it felt like a kind of ghost town western thing. But then we walked in and it was open, and there was like garage coffee, and there was a restaurant that was like a ghost restaurant that was all kind of shut down. But he let us go sit in the booth of this ghost restaurant, and we had our coffee and recharged, and then we took off on the highway again. And
had to turn it on again because we're coming to a vista. So no, not Alberta yet, but just a good high vista, at least by prairie standards. How far do you think we can see from here? Very good. Alright, we just passed the Saskatchewan sign back there, entering Saskatchewan, so I assume we are just about to enter Alberta. Just waiting for their little greeting sign. And get nice and close to Sue's here so we can celebrate together. Is that it? But that's just a thinking drive. Come on, Alberta, you can do better than that. Here we go. Is that it? Is it? No. Give us an Alberta sign. Oh, there we go. Woo! There's the Alberta sign. Give me some devil horns. Woo! Come on, Zeus. Celebrate with me. Welcome to Alberta. Yay! Welcome to Alberta. Woo!
Another province down. Before we knew it, we were here in Medicine Hat. Now, a really kind of cool thing is, as we were coming into Medicine Hat, our GPS, which knows we don't like highways, but we've had no choice, it came up with an alternate route to come into Medicine Hat. And so that was cool. It wasn't long. It was like 15, 20K maybe. But it was a nice little different way to come in, and we ended up just coming down this canyon with a train going on the side, and beautiful, and reminded me of the train sets my dad and I used to make.
Well, if this isn't cool now, I think I got all of that from Sue's camera. We just sort of descended into this little valley. It feels like I'm in one of the train sets my dad and I used to build when I was young. One of the we did together. It feels like that's where we're in. The little train goes. I'm a little worried that it's strange that we may have to get across on the other side of those tracks, and then we may be waiting for that train. And we came off the highway. That's the other thing that happens on these back roads, is train crossings and such, and sometimes you just get stuck there. But already a payoff for getting off the highways.
And we came down, and we had a little bit of trouble, but eventually we found a restaurant that was in that area. Nice local restaurant. Beet and what do we have? Beet and feta panini. It was tasty. It was really good. Then we just hoofed around Medicine Hat a little bit. We knew we had a bit of time because we got here really early, but we didn't want to. One of the weird things about this area is it's hard to. You can't just say, well, let's go up the road 50 kilometers or 100 kilometers, because there's nothing there. You have to sometimes picked destinations, and they're all like 250 kilometers apart or something. And so we didn't want to go anywhere further. Found a motel in town, but we couldn't get in till 3, so we bummed around downtown, met some nice people, saw some cool sort of a little bit of downtown Medicine Hat, which was interesting. And then we sort of found our way here.
The scenic route here.
We took the scenic route here.
Alrighty, so after lunch we went to downtown Medicine Hat, walked around a little, went on a quest, to be honest, for a cleaner. I guess you call it lens cleaner, we call it visor cleaner. I left mine after cleaning visors, which we do like 3 times or 4 times a day. I left mine, I think, on the back bag of my bike before riding away somewhere between here and Swift Current. So if you see it, it's mine. But we need it badly. You get so much bugs on your face mask so quickly. And every stop, we're cleaning everything off. So we found an optical place, got the bug cleaner. That was good. Just sort of walked around the town a little bit, stopped in for a sip somewhere for a bit, waiting for our motel to be ready to check in, and it is now ready to check in. So as you see, we're sort of right off the highway here. Oh, it looks like she's going to do some shenanigans. If you're going to do it, do it. My goodness, what's she doing? This is not good. Alrighty, still looking for a hotel. I have taken over because Sue's GPS was being a little wonky. But we came across this nice view. Again, we're really getting to see Medicine Hat, which is kind of nice. And again, if there's a day for a little bit of farting around, this is the day, because we got here so early.
GPS messed us around a little bit, but again, we got to see some cool Medicine Hat, and we had lots of time. And we come to this is a Wyndham motel that we got through Airbnb, very reasonable price, breakfast included, and we like it again. It's sort of right on the highway. You might hear the highway behind us, so it's going to be another day tomorrow where we just jump right on. But the cool thing is, tomorrow we're going to jump right on and go to
Drumheller,
which we knew we wanted to go to. Dinosaur, Drumheller, blah blah blah. But we've been doing some research. It's not just dinosaur, my friends. It's canyons. It's these hoodoo rocks. It's cool landscape. And suddenly we're stoked. We're like looking forward to kind of going there a lot. And I'm thinking maybe even we might spend 2 nights. We'll see. We'll see when we get there. But there's like a ghost town somewhere we can go to, and
a Last Chance Saloon.
Last Chance Saloon. It sounds like real like West stereotype stuff, seeing Western Canada. So yeah, we're really excited about that. We think tomorrow's going to be cool. We're well positioned. We're going to get a good night's sleep, and we're looking forward to.
And hopefully we'll get back to
tourists.
camping tomorrow night.
Yeah, our plan is to camp a little bit there, and then we go heading towards the Rockies, which is a whole other story. And from Drumheller, we'll be going into the Rockies the next day when we leave Drumheller. So exciting times ahead. We're looking forward to all this fun. It's been great coming here so far. We're quite proud of ourselves for doing so well, and we're looking forward to what comes next. So fantastic, all cool.